Be the author of your own story. You have the pen, you have the book in front of you, start writing it out. Don't be so focused on, oh, that guy is all the way on chapter 50 and I'm only on chapter 5, so I feel like I'm behind. No. There was a series and there was a sequence of events that have got him to chapter 50 that you haven't been able to go through yet. And sometimes you have to go through certain circumstances and situations in order for you to not only build the character, but also be able to withstand all the things that are coming in order to have the things that you sought out to desire. Or you seek out to desire, right? What you must understand is that there's going to be a point in time where you have to cut off friends, cut off family, but you have to generally sit down with you and really understand and figure out what it is that you genuinely want and start writing it line by line. Where do I want to live? What kind of cars do I want to drive? Who do I want to associate myself with? Who do I want my significant other to be? Who do I want to be? How do I want to conduct myself to other people, right? And you can generally be whatever it is that you want, have whatever it is that you want in this life. Don't let anyone say like, oh, you can't have that. What makes you think you're worthy of that? Fuck them naysayers. Fuck those motherfuckers that are trying to bring you down, because at the end of the day, all they're doing is projecting their own insecurity on you because they know they can't do the things that you quote unquote dream of or have a goal of achieving at some point. So for you, just focus on what it is that you need to do on a daily basis in order for you to achieve your goal. So let's say if you want to be an engineer, right? All right, so what would a successful engineer look like to you? How would they wake up? How would they carry themselves? How would they carry themselves? How good are they at their craft? How often do they work on their craft? What are some of the skills that they need to acquire in order to be a not only successful engineer, but also make a lot of money in the field? So you kind of want to have the goal, but reverse engineer the goal, so you can get a clear blueprint as to what it is you need to do on a daily basis, so that timeline of where you are now to where you want to be collapses. So basically what I ended up doing with real estate was, all right, I know I want to be a developer. I know I want to leave an impact on people's lives, right? So I was like, all right, let me reverse engineer that. So how does a developer communicate? Well, they're able to convey their message in a short, concise way. So I worked on my speaking. Number 2, developers have a well-versed network of people that they can get in contact with at any given moment. So I started meeting general contractors. I started meeting architects. I started having conversations with local municipalities because I knew there was going to be a point in time where I was going to see them again, and they were going to be the people that helped me get a deal done. And at first, like, I wasn't the most social person by any means necessary. If anything, I was probably the most quiet person, to themselves, reserved. But I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew who I wanted to become, and who I wanted to become required me to be able to communicate. And I just said, fuck it, I had to just nut the fuck up and just do what I needed to do. And it all started out with me just having small talk with like clerks, people at stores, people in elevators, people that I would come across on a daily basis, so I could just build not only rapport with other people, but just get comfortable with talking to random people. And this also translates with me being able to not only meet people that I was able to meet, like from contractors, what I said before, but also be able to build new relationships and new meaningful relationships within the industry, right? And I think with me being able to have coffee chats and taking these people out to certain things and certain activities really allowed me to focus in on that skill, because if there was someone, let's say if there was a millionaire that I was able to speak to and they took the time out of their day to talk to me, I'm like, all right, I can't waste this guy's time. This guy's time is valuable, so I'm not gonna sit here and ask him some fucking bullshit ass questions that don't pertain to shit. So I really thought methodically, like, all right, let me ask them questions that are like thought invoking, that are really gonna get deep down, where they have to actually think about what it is that they're gonna say and how they're gonna say it, and really go back in their memory from an experience that has allowed them to get them to where they are today. And by me doing that has allowed me to be memorable. And me being memorable has allowed me to be able to pick up the phone at any given moment and text those or call those guys, and they'll pick up, hey, what do you need, Jalen? I want to help you, da-da-da-da-da-da. And when they see a piece of them in me, or when they see a piece of themselves in me, it really makes the relationship even better, because they see the work that I put in order for them, in order for me to be in front of them at that given moment, and they know what it takes because they're already in position of winning anyway. They've already made money. They're continuously making money. They're continuously doing business. So for them, it's like, all right, well, I've gotten to this point in time where I have money. I have the life that I want. Now let me kind of pour back into the people that want to be in my shoes one day, or whatever the case may be. So that's where I wanted to make sure that I was leaving a noticeable impression on these people, because at the end of the day, your first impressions are very important, because those will be the moments where, all right, well, this guy's all talk, like, I don't really know if I want to work with him, or like, this guy's genuine, like, he really wants to get better, he really wants to do what I do, he just doesn't have the right path or blueprint for him to get to where he wants to go, and I want to be able to help them. So like, just kind of reverse engineering everything and really figuring out what it is that you want, and then taking the daily actions each and every day to get to where you want to go. Now, yes, it's going to be challenging, because the most important thing is the character. And the reason why I say that is because you're comfortable being you, and the reason why you have what you have is because of your mindset. Now, in order for you to have something more than what you have today, requires you to have a different mindset. Now, you're probably like, Jalen, what the fuck does mindset even mean? It's really exposing yourself to what's generally possible. If you only seen this much of what life has to offer, this is all you're gonna see. But the moment you start stretching yourself, then your scope, your frame of reference gets this big, and you see all the opportunities that are already within your bubble. When your bubble's small like this, all you see is very, very small opportunities, or things that are not going to get you to where you want to go. I'm not saying you should always go for the big things starting out, but you should also hit some of the singles and the doubles on the way up. I was able to meet the most prolific people on the come up. I kind of had to meet the people that were just starting out, and then as I got to get comfortable with talking to them, then it started working my way up to like the 7-figure, the 8-figure, the 9-figure earners. So honestly, you're the author. You have all the rights in order for you to get to where you want to go. You have all the capabilities. It's really just a matter of, do you believe that you can adopt these capabilities in order for you to get to where you want to go? Because I guarantee you, and I say this shit all the time, I guarantee you that there's somebody in this world that has exactly what you want to have, and everything that comes with it. But the difference between you and them is their mindset. They believe that this life was possible for them, and that's why they have it. And the reason why you don't have it is because, number one, you haven't built the mindset up, but you also don't have the character to withhold it. And when I mean you're the author, you have the ability to rewrite who you are at any given moment. Let's say if you're not disciplined, well, you can be disciplined in a split second. Why? Because it's just a switch. Now, at first, it's going to be hard, but as you continuously push yourself and do it over and over and over again, what you realize is that this shit becomes easy and it becomes second nature. And discipline isn't really a chore, it's just something that's normal to you. And I say this all the time too, like, nothing's hard, nothing's easy. It's either you're familiar or unfamiliar with it. And the more familiar you get to doing something, and you get it in a constant habit of doing the same thing each and every day, all this shit becomes easy, and all the opportunities just fall into your lap. And that's why I say it's not so much. Definitely use the people that are on chapter 50. Definitely use them to light a fire under your eyes. But also, don't get discouraged. Like, damn, like, that shit's so far. Like, that shit's gonna be so hard. Don't discourage yourself. Just take one step at a time. Because the moment you take one step at a time each and every day, you look back a year from now and you're like, damn, like, look how far I've come. Like, I remember when I couldn't even do X, Y, and Z, and now I'm doing that shit with ease. So, like, definitely use it to light a fire under your ass, but don't think that you're so far behind, because a lot of this shit is not normal. It's not normal for motherfuckers to make a bunch of money at a young age. It's not normal for motherfuckers to live in multi-million-dollar houses and drive 6-7-figure cars and all this type of shit. A lot of people are okay with being regular, but I know for those of you that are listening, you guys don't want to be regular and you want to live an exceptional life. So therefore, you have to do exceptional things. And with doing exceptional things come with having exceptional responsibilities. And when you have these responsibilities, you have to be able to build the character to withstand these responsibilities. And if you don't build the character, then everything else around you will crumble and you won't have shit to fall on. So that's why it's important to build each chapter out, so that when you look on your chapter 50, you're like, damn, I'm glad I went through those circumstances. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did this, because it allowed me to be the person that I am today to withstand everything that I'm going through now. So at the end of the day, write your own story, because you can literally do anything that it is that you possibly want in this life, and do it to the highest magnitude possible. Excellence is the fucking standard. That's a motto I live by. Everything has to be top tier. Food, experiences, opportunities, everything has to be the best. And when you carry yourself like this, anything below it, you don't accept, you don't tolerate. And the reason why I do this is because when you tell yourself this, your mind is going to only search for opportunities like that, because it's something called the RAS, the Reticular Activation System. And what that does is it's basically a filter for your mind that either focuses on the things that you tell it to focus on, or the things that it's basically something that whatever you tell yourself, it's going to focus on. So if you tell yourself you're a loser, you're a failure, it's going to find opportunities to confirm that you're a loser and you're a failure. But if you tell yourself you're a winner, you can do this, you're more than capable, your mind is going to find opportunities for you to be capable and formidable for those opportunities. So all of it just starts in here. And the moment you realize that all this shit is a mind game, you realize that life is actually easy. You've been the only person that's been holding you back this whole time. So write out who it is you want to be, what do you want to do, reverse engineer everything, and then we'll work on writing each page every day. All right, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. What did I learn? How did I get better? Da-da-da-da-da. Boom, 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 boom. And you'll look up 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. You'll be like, damn, look how far I've come. Then you're on chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10. And then all this shit just becomes a snowball effect, and all this shit just falls into your lap all at once. Trust me. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you.